大家好，我是肉迷，欢迎回来《世纪帝国4》。那么我们的战役依旧继续啊，没错，继续吧，继续吧。
The French faced devastating raids from England's Black Prince. But France's King John II was closing in. Jean finally caught the English near the city of Poitiers in September 1356. The French army outnumbered the English by thousands. King Jean himself joined the fight, but what seemed a certain victory for France soon turned into a nightmare. The English longbow devastated the mighty French army. An endless hail of arrows gutted the main French force. Then the English captured King Jean. The fight was over. The Battle of Poitiers was another catastrophic defeat for the French. The English had destroyed most of France's nobility in a single day. Now they turned their attention towards taking the French capital, Paris. The invaders marched unopposed towards Paris. The remains of some of the medieval walls of Paris still stand today. As the English army approached, the terrified locals sought shelter behind these defenses. Could France's capital withstand the full might of the Black Prince's army?
巴黎围城战1360年，英军正向巴黎前进，巴黎市民只能躲在首都的城墙后。而与此同时，法军已经做好防守准备，决定这场战斗胜败的只有他们的决心和一道不过几英尺厚的石墙。待好。
The English Black Prince had raided the French countryside without mercy, and now his army had come for the capital. With the English on their doorstep, it fell to the French army and the people of Paris to defend the walls of their proud city. Hoping to avoid open battle, the French began fortifying the city, manning the walls and calling every available soldier to his post. As the French hastened their preparations, several detachments of English soldiers were spotted closing in on the city.
Attendez les commandements, Manance. À votre commandement.
Ojedź les ordonnances. Si, comme volets. Bayez moi besoin. À votre commandement. Reste pour la besogne, Manance. Ojedź tous le monde. Pour vous servir. Advertance de les autres les commandements. Que faut-il donc besoin
à faire? Oh, me fa...
Advertance de ce monde.
Ostia Lores. Lors Batige s'estu.
The English showed no mercy, burning their way to Paris via 3 routes, each of which was home to villages and farms that supplied the capital.
Manance, annonce. Là, c'est moi exprès. Advertement, vos servants.
啊？这种是哪里呀？对啊，我要一个一个自己找，这怎么找啊？对啊，这基本上还是有可能会miss的啊。哦。
Un besoin. Ah, vestir de moi.
Ojedź tous le monde.
Que faut-il? Oh yes, si vers exploiteur. Marche arrière, moi, très tôt.
Ojedź la cette moi exploité.
Vayez moi besoin. Vecchière mériens.
哦，莫名其妙就显示任务失败，去你的任务失败！
Edge effect. Un besoin. Oh, me fait Fouillère.
Que faut-il donc besoigner? Compagnon, ojedź bien.
As the French continued to rally their army, the English took the last of the surrounding villages and had almost encircled Paris.
Advertence tout le monde. Veille.
Même besoin.
Oyez les ordonnances. Veille à la ligne. Au me fort.
Voyez, nous avons.
Hostia à l'oreille.
With the countryside in flames and the English at the city gates, the French army steeled themselves for battle. Now came the capital's true test. Would the mighty walls of Paris hold against a fearsome English siege?
Longtemps va-t-il demeurer?
The Parisian guard raised the alarm as the English began their first assault on the city walls.
Qu'est-ce qu'on relève sur vos espèces? Juste à l'ennemi! Surveille à votre commandement! Archer! Ils seront mis par une Que faut-il donc besoigner? Il n'y faut que la vie! Comme le fer avec le fils!
Voyez-moi besoin. Lance va-t-il?
Les chirurgiens, est-ce que je vais souhaiter?
The French army fought valiantly, repelling the first English attack.
Laisse comme un beignet d'avion moins.
Reversez-moi mon bersaille. Archer.
Oh, me faut trahir. Baillez-moi besoin. Suis sans mine.
Presque où faut-il Archer? Chevalier Bastille.
Ainsi l'heureuse commandement.
Ayez de cure. On a quel
Tex, je laisse Litcher.
Le veste Archer.
Soyez veillés par devant. Avant.
Besoin à faire?
Le veste où faut-il Archer?
Hostia à l'oreille.
En besoin.
Lance bâti de...
Manuel.
Faut trahir.
Oyez les ordonnances.
Compagnon, voyez bien. Avant. Allons, Spora.
Compagnon.
Qu'est-ce qu'on relève sur vos espèces? Sus.
Oh, me fa au trail.
Baillez-moi besoin.
Longtemps va-t-il?
Il trace. Advertent. Pour vous servir. Oyez
jetzt les ordonnances.
还没18呢。
Jetzt les ordonnances. Versailles. Archère.
Les chevaucheurs, écoutez! Uniquement que la pièce! À mon commandement!
L'immanque en James and
方
Way.
子去跑有洞，
Fix! Sonnes Ligier!
抛下去有洞。
Or attendons ordonnance.
Les autres, les commandements, j'y vois de ces terres.
好，
Heads is waiting. À 7 mètres aux armes! Avant!
然后这个呢，好像还要死。好大了， 看哈，
Est-ce pour la besoin, Manos?
The French defense of their capital held firm, wearing down the English invaders one by one.
Besoin à faire? Oh yes, tout le monde. Cuida, vespuyer.
Oh yes, toujours à votre commandement. Toast ja, Lauritz. Or attendons. Oh yes, les ordonnances. Engin de siège. S'il faut déguerpir. Archers, les commandements viennent. À 7 mètres, à 7 mètres, Archer. Engin informé. L'ennemi n'a sorti. Engin de siège assis. Engin de siège attend.
Although the walls of Paris had been breached, the French could still hold the city, so long as its mighty landmarks did not fall.
Engin de siège, s'il part en stop. Advertance de demande.
看那边打的时候就看看，当然动手，反正其实
Lorsque
他会
partie de
他打
s'essuie.
死。
Engin vos attenden. Comprends. Bonne besogne et fait.
Besogne à faire?
Compagnon, ici laisse
Archers, Oyez, commandement. Archers, les commandements viennent. Archers, les commandements Archevês de Sestupa.
un coup stress votre
Avertan seulement. Besoin de nos attaques. Allons ça, reste tous. L'ennemi va s'archiver.
Ici laisse commandement. Adjustment force.
Reste tout, reste à 6.
Oh.
Avertan seulement. Le verre reste pour prêt.
Jambos
attendent.
Compagnon,
好了，开始死。然后手上是小圈，他说那应该，好带3个 R2，来 R2，然后其他人在好的话，8人，让他们来。好的。那你，还蛮好的。
The enemy grew ever more desperate as their ranks thinned and their hopes of victory faded.
Giovanni Bastille!
Reste tout, ouvert si seuls sont chance.
Oyez bien, compagnon. Bien oeil.
Que faut-il donc advertance tout le monde. Lors Batige s'estui. Longtemps va-t-il demeurer? Besoin. Giovanni Bastille.
Bastia，好的。 反后面，好，
Oi, mais si, comme volets.
看有没有？他没有加。
Va jetzt muy besoin. Dos dialogues.
2级，
Melior talent est que de...
Compagnon, ici les commandements.
好的，到了。
En de siège, si partant Ici les commandements.
本站很全男性。哦，那我到现在到。
On me fa un train.
好，已经蛮好了。拿到下一场就会爆击。
Oi, mestière de moi.
Voyez-vous bien, compagnon.
Le versant volte archer.
Comme il vous plaît.
Besoin à faire?
Oyez, Veichi, commandement. Dicte-moi mon Versailles. Le versant volte archer.
Ici les Jets. Non déguerpissant.
正好击。
Veichi.
Si
John Boss attendent.
Si c'est un jeu. Engin de siège. S'il faut déguerpir. Jets mes vos avions. En molestier. Tout est assis. Si c'est un engin. Si c'est Jets mes vos avions.
Defeated and demoralized by the strength of the French defense, the Black Prince's army abandoned their siege of the capital.
哦，勉强守住了。
But this was not the last test the French would face in their struggle to win the war.
咚咚咚咚咚，胜利！
The battlefields of the 100 Years' War were full of danger. To defend against these weapons, a new type of armor was developed. Plate armor.
Plate armor clad the knight in an articulating exoskeleton of hardened steel. A hard outer shell that still flexes and moves with the body.
It provided impressive protection and was an extraordinary technological achievement.
Now, one of the ways that armor gets its strength is through shape. Both of these pieces are made out the exact same thickness as steel, but I can show you there's one stronger than the other. Here's the one with no shape. You see it buckles immediately. If I swap it for one that's been forged to have strength and shape, you can see it's much stronger. It's going nowhere.
It wasn't just the shape that gave it strength. It was also how the metal was treated by the armorer.
Now, the benefits of using heat is it obviously makes the piece more plastic, more ductile, lets me shape it. But the fuel also adds layers of carbon into the outer surface. This helps me increase the hardness and strength of the material.
The art of the armorer was being able to judge the temperature of the metal by eye, managing the heat to create resilience in the metal. The combination of heat-treated metal and rigid shapes meant that armor didn't need to be so thick and heavy, making it much easier to fight in. But good quality plate armor did have its downside. It was very expensive.
Now, not everyone could afford full steel plate armor. For the common man, there is the brigandine. Now, these are made up of overlapping steel plates that are then riveted through a textile outer. This gives you a much bigger range of movement, but is limited and is not as strong as a full steel breastplate. That said, it is much cheaper and much easier to maintain.
At its best, the armored knight was invincible. But armor didn't just provide defense. It was also a weapon and an expression of a knight's power and prestige. Armor transformed its wearer into a work of art.
好，这边大家有兴趣的话暂停看一下。那么我们今天这一集就先到这啦，谢谢大家的观看。那喜欢我的影片，帮我按赞加订阅。有什么想看的游戏，可以在下方留言告诉我就好。那我们就下期见，大家啵啵。